Next up, we've got Nate Maness taking on Mateus Mendonca. Oh boy. Kentucky tough, Nate Maness. I really like this guy. I think he's a fun fighter. I think he's a really cool guy. But, he's really struggled to find his weight class in the UFC. You look at him and he's on a 2-fight losing skid here. Back could be up against the wall. But he lost to Umar Nurmagomedov, got dominated there. Lost to Tagir Ulanbekov, got submitted in that fight. And Tagir, is not normally a huge finisher. And that was his decision to drop down to 125. He ended up getting finished in that fight. So I think that that's concerning here. Can he put in a better performance in this spot? It's possible, but he's cutting down to 125 again. He's making huge sacrifices to do that. He's taking on a shootbox Diego Lima product who's 24 years of age, who's got, virtual reach parity with him. So what do I think Nate can bring to the table here? He's Kentucky tough. He's very dogged. He wants to fight. He's a game guy. He'll swing in the pocket. He can knock people the hell out. And you look at his resume overall, he's 3-2 in the octagon, right? So he's got a winning record. Finished Luke Sanders, finished Tony Gravely, beat Johnny Munoz. But I can poke holes in all those, which is Luke Sanders beats himself. Johnny Munoz, he probably didn't win that fight. It was very close. Could have went either way. And Tony Gravely, Tony Gravely, I bet on Nate Maness. He was an underdog. I bet on him ITD. I thought I was as good as ripping up the ticket. He got dropped badly in that fight. He broke his jaw, I believe. And he kept fighting through it. He's Kentucky tough. But now at 125, I don't love what I see from Nate, in terms of the physicality. He looks famished. He looks diminished. He looks like he's hurting himself to make the weight. And cutting too much weight is not a benefit. It's a point of diminishing returns. And I think he's at that point of diminishing returns. I don't think, that he should take this fight. I feel like he should be trying to take a fight at 135, feeling good, feeling healthy, feeling bulked up, and seeing what he can make happen. But instead, he's now going to be fighting a guy where, he's going to have the height advantage, but he's basically at similar frame dimensions in terms of the reach. And, he's still a significant underdog in this spot. So I do think that Mendonca is maybe not 100% reliable at a chalk price, but it feels like he's the side here. It feels like he should win this fight. Maness is exactly average, says Library. I think that's fair. He's Kentucky tough. He's got that background. He's fun. He's interesting, but he's really just not a guy that's going to break through as a star. And I know what the UFC is looking for right now. It's Brazilian stars. So I think they'd love if Mendonca could absolutely knock this guy out brutally. And I hate to say that, but that's what I think. DX Flyer says, hi, Liam. Hi, DX. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. And Javid Basharat is the real deal. So losing that fight, no skin off his nose. I think Mendonca gets back on track here and probably does it with a finish. But I'm rooting for our guy, Nate, to at least survive to that decision because he's a nice guy. But don't see it happening.